Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you're joining me again today. Today's class is a compact 30-minute practice for those times when you're feeling low on energy. So the entire class is practiced on your back and it offers a really sweet, satisfying sequence of stretches for your whole body. And so for that reason, it's a really great class in the evening, after work, pre-sleep, or really any time during the day when you are feeling congested and you need to discharge some tension from your body without too much over effort. So for practice today, you may wish to have a blanket along to cushion your body. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. I really hope you feel more spacious at the end of the practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice laying down on your back. Let the knees knock in toward one another, feet to the floor, to the side edges of your mat. Your arms can rest by your sides or place your hands on your body if that feels more comfortable. Take a few moments to align your spine into a straight line and wriggle out any restlessness in your body, smoothing the skin of your back body so you can feel at ease. Start to take some slower, deeper breaths. Breathing into your belly, your ribs, your chest, savouring a pause at the top of your in-breath, then releasing your breath, first from your chest, then the ribs, and then the belly. Setting a calm tempo to your breath for a relaxed practice. Slow, full breath in, and a calm, measured breath out. It's true, you can't really rush a full breath as the lungs only partly saturate, so try and enjoy the fullness of each breath, slow and steady. 3 more here. Now, keeping your breath in your peripheral attention, begin to scan your body, widening your awareness and noticing all that arises, perhaps sensing patterns of tension in your body, places of ease, the movement of your breath in the background. How are you feeling as you begin your practice? So trying to keep an open communication with your body, listening to its feedback. In this practice, we focus on discharging tension from your body and restoring a healthy range of motion through your joints. And we can do this through movement, but also with our attention and breath. Consciously directing your awareness to different body parts can have quite a measurable effect. So just notice this now for yourself. Direct your undivided awareness just to your hands for the next minute. Holding your attention steady on the hands. Breathing your slow, steady breath. And perhaps you can notice now your hands may be measurably warmer or tingling. And awareness alone can help dilate the blood vessels, allowing more energy to flow to different areas of your body. The same is true with your breath. Whilst we don't have lungs all over our body, we do have a body-wide fascial network. Each breath stresses that network. And if we're attentive and intuitive, you can feel this in the targeted area in each posture. So combining a deep, steady breath with an awareness of what that breath feels like in that part of your body, you can also enhance the flow of energy to that part of your body. Now, as we begin to move gently, integrating this attention into your practice and experience it for yourself, the subtle, more nuanced side effects of your practice as you move and breathe. From here, step your feet hips distance apart, place your arms alongside your body, and then moving with your breath, pressing down through your feet, inhaling, lifting your hips, the low back, middle back, bottom shelf of your shoulders, and exhaling, bringing the upper back, mid back, and the hips down. We'll repeat this sequence a few times. In this vinyasa, we're working some of the major joints of the body, particularly the hips and also the joints of the spine, cultivating strength and suppleness in the musculature around your joints, and allowing your joints to move more freely in your range of motion. So just moving with your breath. Your inhalation takes you up, your exhalation takes you down. And as you come to rest down in your own time, let's separate the feet a little wider and sway your knees a little side to side, windshield wiping the legs. And then make your way back to center. Gather your knees in toward your chest. And then keeping your right knee in, extend your left leg straight out along the mat. And start to roll your right ankle in circles. So you're stretching out through the toes, the arch and sole of your foot. And then roll it back in the opposite direction. Come back to center. Take your arms wide at shoulder height, palms face down into a T, and we'll begin to circle the hip. So taking your right knee over to the left, then straighten your leg and circle back, rebending your knees, you come back through center. Try small. And then roll it back in the opposite direction. So you're just lubricating the hip joint now. And then drawing your knee back in toward your chest for a moment. Now send your right leg straight up toward the ceiling, interlacing your hands behind the back of your thigh or your calf. Flex and point your right toes now. Same time actively pressing the back of your right leg into your hands to create some active resistance. And then release. Bring your knee back in toward your chest and out to the right a little for half happy baby pose. Right hand either behind your knee or your hand can catch the outside of your foot, drawing your knee down toward your armpit. You can make this more active by pressing your foot into your hand and resisting with your hand so you warm into the hip flexor muscles. Or you can always do less. Lessen the effort and enjoy a more passive stretch. One more deep breath in. Exhale and release. Bend both knees. Hover your feet just above the floor and then just rock the knees side to side. And then roll back through center. We'll switch sides, extending your right leg straight out along your mat. Left knee in toward your chest. Rolling your left ankle now in circles. Spreading your toes, stretching through the arch, sole of your foot. And then change direction. Coming back through center, take your arms out wide to shoulder height, palms down, so you've got something to hold on to, and then begin to circle your hip. Take the left knee over to the right and circle, moving lightly through your thigh bone, massaging the hip socket, and then roll it back in the opposite direction, allowing your buttocks to relax as you move. So there's this nice fluidity. Drawing your knee in toward your chest, just pause for a moment. And then send the left leg straight up toward the ceiling, hands behind the back of your leg. Flex and point the left toes, giving the front and sole of your foot some length. And then actively pressing the back of your left leg into your hands to create some dynamic resistance, which helps to support stability as well as suppleness in the musculature around the joint. And then release, left knee in toward your chest, out to the left a little for your version of happy baby. And as you savor this stretch, see if you can direct your breath to the place where you feel most of the sensation. Breathing into that space, and then noticing any temperature changes in the stretch as you linger, breathing slow and deep. Now we're going to come into full happy baby pose. Let your left leg join the right, holding the outside of the feet or the back of the knees, and perhaps exploring a gentle rock side to side. And release your feet to the floor and take the knees together, your arms wide into that T shape. And then pressing down through your feet to lift the buttocks, lower both knees over to your right for a spinal twist. Adjusting your hips a little to the left. And now with your left arm, draw circles. So inhaling, sweeping your arm across your body and up. Exhaling to the side and down. Take 2 more in this direction. And then reverse your circle. And when you come back through center, just release your left arm back out to the side. Notice if you twist and your shoulder feels any different. On an inhale now, bring the knees back to center, feet to the floor, and take your twist over to your left. So try and settle yourself comfortably in your twist, your shoulder balanced over your hip there. And once you're settled, start to circle your right arm. Your arm can be straight or the elbow can bend, whatever feels best. And then circle back in the opposite direction as you're ready. So you're tuning into the internal experience of the movement. narrowing your attention, your breath toward your right shoulder. And then land back and you twist for a moment, both arms wide. And release. Roll onto your back. Take both feet to the floor and make your way into reclined pigeon pose. Pick up your right foot, right ankle to your left knee. And you're angling your right knee away from your body. So you can stay here with the left foot on the floor or thread your hands behind the back of the left thigh. And again, just zooming your attention in. Breathe to that part of your body where you can feel sensation. Breathing your slow, calibrated breath. And now keep your legs in this figure four shape. Just take your left foot to the floor and rock your knees over to your left. And as the knees rock over, right foot settles to the floor. Easing your inner right thigh open to your right and feeling into where the stretch travels into your hip now. Breathing a slow breath in and a calm breath out. Take two more easeful breaths. Making your way back through center. Take your left foot to the floor and we'll move into a quad stretch. Take your right toes now under your left leg and set them behind the back of your left heel. And now inviting your right knee to relax down toward the floor. For more sensation, you may wish to reach down and connect your left hand to your right toes, drawing your right heel in a little closer toward your left buttocks. Directing your attention, your breath, toward any sensations you feel here. Breathing slow and deep. When you can simultaneously relax your breathing and observe it mindfully, your concentration naturally sharpens. You're better able to release tension by simply becoming aware of it and where it's residing in your body. And so often tension and congestion can begin to feel normal. We can become so used to it. And it's not until we recognize these patterns that we're able to discharge it and create a new normal, one that's more relaxed and comfortable. We'll change sides now, coming into your reclined hip groin stretch, reclined pigeon on your left ankle now to your right knee. Taking 3 to 5 slow breaths. Letting each out-breath be your cue to release, softening your shoulders back, and finding that space and shape that supports a slow breath. Keeping the shape of your legs, that figure four shape, right foot to the floor. Let the knees gently rock and settle over to your right, so the left sole of your foot can come to the floor. Pause and breathe here. Taking this time with your body to carefully honour any restrictions you feel. Breathing on purpose. This simple presence to your breath offers you that opportunity to short circuit potential tension from taking up residence in your mind and your body. Return to center. Place your right foot to the floor. Transition into your version of a quad stretch. Left toes under. Your right leg to the back of your right heel. Or reach down. If it's available, catch your right hand to your left toes. And bring your left heel in toward your right buttocks. And once you arrive, just soften and melt into the shape. Lengthen your breath. So your breath has time to fill up completely, empty fully. And taking one more full breath in and release. Gather your knees in toward your chest once more and rock side to side. Place your feet to the floor now. Your knees can knock in toward one another just as we did at the start. And then send both hands up toward the ceiling. And just start to rotate the wrists, your hands, and stretch out through your fingers. Roll it back, opposite direction. And then interlace your fingers. Turn your palms inside out and stretch your palms up toward the ceiling. Just opening into the joint spaces in the fingers, the palms and the wrists. And then release now for a whole body stretch. Reach your arms overhead. Lengthen your legs straight along the mat. Just breathe your body long. And keep all that length now as we come into a reclined lateral stretch. Take your right hand to your left wrist overhead, or just bend the elbows into a cactus shape. Start to maneuver your torso over to your right. And then take your legs in the same direction, shuffling them over to create a crescent moon curve through your body. For more sensation here, you can explore crossing your left ankle over your right, or just keep the legs and feet together if that feels best. And sending your breath and awareness into the whole left side of your body now. It's lingering in a shape that supports a full breath. And then coming back through center, we'll take that same stretch on the other side, left hand to your right wrist, and then curving your torso first, and then shuffling the legs over to your left. An option to cross your right ankle or over your left. And then making your way back to center. And then tuck your knees in toward your chest one final time. Knees wide into the number 11. And then lift your head and your shoulders, hug into a little ball. And then release and relax. And coming into Shavasana, final rest pose. Extending your legs long. Arms go wide away from your body. And take a few quiet moments here to settle. And when we practice feeling into our bodies, breathing a calm breath, it truly enlightens our habits. We develop more sensitivity, more awareness and intuition toward ourselves. There's really no downside. So take this time now to soak in the essence of your practice. Letting go now. Give your body some deep breaths. Allowing the front of your body to drift into the back of your body. The back of your body getting heavier and heavier into the support beneath you. And can you keep this softness with you, holding your body in a gentle way? Just feeling this sense of peace that comes through the quality of your breath and a compassion for yourself. And when you step off your mat, carrying this feeling with you, using these gentle practices to support you, and sometimes it may feel like the chaos of daily life is whirling around you. Can you take a moment to recognize where attention is starting to bubble, where it doesn't need to be? And just allowing yourself to soften, inviting your energy to flow where it needs to go, and release it from where it's not needed. Please feel free to remain and rest just where you are. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're feeling more open, more spacious here at the end of this shorter practice. Namaste.